I don't want to get up. I'm too tired to go to school. Well, I've heard or said these words. The problem? The time school starts in the morning. How can we stop the emotional problems, health problems, and risk of sleep deprivation? We could change the time school starts in the morning. Recent studies have shown that starting school later can decrease the risk of emotional and physical health problems. And this is a student that is sleeping in class because they did not get enough sleep at night. One of the risks associated with early start time is sleep deprivation, which according to the National Sleep Foundation impairs the ability to be alert, pay attention, solve problems, and cope with stress, and retain the information. Harvard University has done tests on how important sleep is for teenagers. Chronic sleep loss can lead to weight gain, high blood pressure, and disease to the immune system. The emotional and behavioral problems such as irritability, depression, poor impulse control, and violence, and lower overall performance in everything from academics to athletics. Sleep-deprived teens tend to eat more carbohydrates, which is fat and contains, and you can increase the chance of obesity by 80%, according to the American Academic of Pediatrics. If high schools all over the United States would start school at a later time, students would be irritated, impatient, and unable to concentrate. Teachers would see an increase in test scores, attendance, and less tardies in their classes. Students would not fall asleep in class while their teacher is talking. Students would have time to eat a healthy meal, which is the most important meal of the day. According to the Food and Drug Association, they wouldn't have to settle for a Pop-Tart out of the vending machine, which is full of carbohydrates and may give you the energy for a bit, but then you feel tired after. This is a Pop-Tart that I got from the vending machine. The students would be able to get 8 to 9 hours of sleep that the American Academic of Pediatrics recommended each day. I don't know about you, but being a high school student who is involved in multiple activities, I can say by the time I get out of football practice and going to the musical, I don't get home until not later than 9 to 9:30, and then I have to start my homework for the next day. I wake up stressed and feeling tired. You would think that the solution would be simple. Start school later, but there are obstacles you have to deal with, such as administration, who would be concerned with the younger students, the school schedules, bus schedules, and budget, and etc. Transportation, which is essential to getting many students to and from school, would be concerned with routes, budget, schedules, etc. Parents in the community would have concerns about younger students also. The solution is the biggest problem for administrations, which is transportation, according to the University of Minnesota. Who would be to transport middle school students, high school students together. They also suggested that buses would double up on routes, or have 2 running bus schedules. Having school start at 9 o'clock concerns parents who would have younger siblings. They could offer daycare for the younger students free of cost. So, parents could make it to work on time and not lose hours of pay. This way, they don't have to pay for daycare in the morning. If we started schools later, we would get out later, which would help parents if they had students in afternoon daycare. They wouldn't be there as long, so it would be cheaper. None of us want to get into an accident because we were drowsy. None of us want to become obese because we didn't have time to eat a healthy breakfast. None of us want to fail a test. Due to lack of sleep, I urge you to talk to your administration, give them ideas, and try to convince them that we need to talk to your parents, make them aware of the benefits of starting school at 9 o'clock. Thank you, and that concludes my presentation.
You're only on